So it seems like the Blitzchung ban backfired, and to be honest, I'm glad it did. Earlier this week, Blitzchung, aka Chung, expressed his political view about what's happening right now in Hong Kong, and that didn't make China happy. Subsequently, he was banned for a year by Blizzard from participating in any event, and they took back $10,000 he earned. So if you see here at Newsweek media outlet, the the hashtag boycott Blizzard, is going on trend right now on Twitter. And so here they have a few pictures. So here we have the iconic picture from Overwatch. And here we have some tweets that were popular at the time on October the 9th. So one of the guys called Cream Dark says, I have been a Blizzard fan most of my life. I started playing vanilla when I was around 11. I will not support a company that kowtows to a communist regime. You're an American company, act like it. And then he has, this hashtag boycott Blizzard. Another one named the Alifnur says Blizzard is now censoring their forums for anyone voicing concern about the situation. And he has one of those Hearthstone, cards. Obviously, it's edited. It says Chinese government. Another one called Givenchy. It says best card ever. Hashtag boycott Blizzard. Now we see who you are. Goodbye. And Blizzard has always been a controversial company. After Activision just acquired it, there were lots of controversial issues about it, especially their business decisions and models. But now this is going really bad for them because it's going political. So here we have why boycott Blizzard. So here I have highlighted a few sentences. In February, CEO of Activision Blizzard, Kobe Kotick, said in an investor call that the company had its best financial results in the company's history, but still didn't realize its full potential, between quotes here, and had to lay off 775 employees, or about 8% of its staff. So you can see here that they had the best year and still they just fired people because they don't care. Obviously, they just care about their pockets, especially those higher ups, those corrupt higher ups that are running the company and that don't care about someone losing their job. They just wanted their big bonuses, yearly bonuses and all. They just don't care about what's happening to others, even though these people who have been laid off are part of the company and are part of the success the company has been enjoying. But yeah, no one cares, it seems. So if we go here to Twitter itself, so there are lots of tweets about boycotting Blizzard. So there are lots of things here, and especially people just canceling their Blizzard accounts, and Blizzard is just taking a step to hold them back from canceling their accounts and all. I think it's very clear here that these people are very angry. I think everyone is angry, understandably. So here you see people just sharing their opinions. Here Troy P says, I don't support a company that suppresses free speech. People died in wars to protect this right, and that's very true. That's totally true. Another one made for Yeet says, I cancelled my World of War subscription today. Yeah, that's good. I think this is the best way to make your voice heard. Obviously, these people don't care, they don't listen, and if you don't act in action, they will never listen. So I think I agree with what most of these people are doing, and I think it's the right decision. You know, here again another one. Say his name is Super Cute Cabot Energy. Says this is not okay. Blizzard, we have to send government issue photo IDs to delete our accounts. Don't make the situation worse, Blizzard. And then of course the hashtag boycott Blizzard. So yeah, Blizzard, good for you. You're in big trouble, and I hope that trouble reaches the higher ups, and I hope you get a very bad backlash, you know, financially, because that's what you believe in. You just worship the money. So I believe and I hope you get a very bad backlash, financially speaking, from your decision, because your decision was not right. That's how I feel about it, and that's how most people feel about it. So here we go to news media outlet The Daily Beast. It says Blizzard employees stage a walkout to protest ban of pro Hong Kong gamer. Yeah, and that's a brave thing to do. That's the right thing to do. You know, they shouldn't get away with it. The people who work there have nothing to do with it. You know, the people who work at Blizzard, it's those higher ups, it's those people who get most of the money, not those people who just do the dirty job, if you will. Yeah, so maybe there were around 12 people, if I remember very well. So there is another thing here. So I'm just going to highlight this. So it says the giant tech Tencent owns 5% stake in Blizzard, and the gaming company earned 12% of its revenue from the Asia Pacific region last quarter, according to its earnings report. So yeah, they worship money. They know there is big money in Asia, especially in China, and they just, you know, ban one poor guy who spoke about his feelings. And then here we have another news media outlet, businessinsider.com. So it says that Mark Kern, who is a team lead in World of Warcraft at Blizzard from 1997 to 2005, posted a Twitter thread in response to the Blitzchung issue, the punishment he had. So this is his, you know, tweet. He says, "This hurts, but until Blizzard reverses their decision on at Blitzchung HS, I am giving up on playing classic WoW, which I helped make and helped convince Blizzard to relaunch. There will be no mark of Kern Guild after all. Let me explain why I am hashtag boycott Blizzard." Yeah, so someone who has been, you know, in the company, who has developed a very popular game, is voicing his opinion, and I think that's very brave. I think that's very noble of him. I think that's the right thing to do. I think that's what makes those corrupt higher ups and stakeholders in Blizzard, that's what makes them think twice about what they're doing. And here is a statement by Brian Kipler on the Blitzchung event. So I have highlighted a few sentences here. It says, "I want to start by saying that I feel what Blitzchung did was very brave. He knew that his actions would likely have serious consequences, not just for his future in Hearthstone, but possibly even for his personal safety, and I commend him for the fortitude he takes, or that takes. Even so, I do think that Blizzard was correct in issuing him a penalty for his actions. They do not want to set the precedent for their official broadcasts being used as political tools. The players agree to particular rules for behavior, and he violated those rules. I have seen many descriptions of the situation claim that Blizzard took action against Blitchung for his support of the Hong Kong protests, but that's not an entirely accurate description. They did not penalize him for his political stance, they penalized him for breaking the rules by using their official broadcast to promote that stance. All that having been said, there are additional factors at play here. The punishment meted out to Blitzchung is incredibly harsh. I could understand a fine or even a short suspension from competitive play, but removal from Grandmasters, blowing back the prizes he already earned, and banning him for a full year seems completely overboard to an extent that feels completely unwarranted and unfair. He concludes by saying, however, I want to make clear that not everyone involved in GM has this luxury. Do not take your anger out on the other casters or streamers or employees of Blizzard. This is not the kind of situation that comes from the rank and file. Most likely they're just as angry as you are. I know I am. I think I agree with him here to a very big extent, especially that the punishment was harsh, it was unreasonable. I also agree with him that people who are working at Blizzard are not happy about it. We have, as I have said, there were even people, who are employees and they just protested against that. I also agree with him that, the events themselves and the official broadcasts themselves should not be used as political tools. I think that's also correct. But then again, this punishment was very severe, and I think that's why people are angry. They are angry about the extreme measures that Blizzard took against Blitzchung. Yeah, that was my opinion about it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos, and I will talk to you again soon. Have a good one.